What's going on, guys? Kingdom Sports Podcast, Episode 2. Coming off the draft. We got a lot of things to go over. I think we're going to go over here just notes from the draft and then, power rankings heading into the season. And then, anything else that we feel like we need to discuss.
I think those are good. I'm really excited to get into this.
Let's do it. We can start off with something that stood out to me in the draft is we got Cam Lee and La Familia drafting a defense in the 4th round.
Okay.
I don't know if one was like peer pressured by the other or they went in that way, but I don't know, man. Alonzo's talking about he's drafted in the car, but then it's like you still have the same players available no matter if you're in the car or outside the car. So, that was definitely funny.
Yeah, I think sometimes when someone picks someone early, like a defense, it kind of makes you think like, is someone going to take a def? But going into the draft for myself, I definitely was not thinking defense. I thought I was just, I'm just going to stream them. And I think I took a defense like really late. What else did you see?
What else did I see? We got Alonzo back-to-back rookie receivers in the 1st round. Colin snagging Swift. Wanted to talk to you about Jahan Dotson and why you do think he actually is good at football. It was puzzling. That was puzzling.
Okay. So I think Dotson, he's definitely a number 2. And I think he's proven to be productive in that in the organization. I think they went through some quarterback issues at the Commanders, right? Wasn't it Wentz and then it switched,
Heineke.
and then did they stay with Heineke, right, for the rest of the second half?
And it was like Sam Howells at the end or something.
Okay, so at the end of the season, Dotson had 500 yard, 7 touchdown. The touchdown production might be hard to maintain that this season with such like low yardage. He's gonna have 1,000 yards and probably 7 touchdowns. It's probably not gonna be 500 yards, right? And
He's gonna have
he had
1,000
some
yards and 7
injuries.
touchdowns.
What's that?
He's gonna have 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns.
I think so this season easily.
Wow.
With Terry. He did have a lot of injuries, so like there was like 3 or 5 games where he only had like 1 or 2 targets. But other than that, he was seeing 4, 9, 8 target. His highest receiving game was 105. Second was 72, 76, 59. These are all really good numbers. For 3 weeks, he had a touchdown. And I just think this is his season. This is sophomore season. I think he's going to do better than Judy. And I think he's going to do better than pretty much just Judy, because I know you drafted Judy with your 2nd pick.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and I think that was
second pick in the
a
second
mistake.
round. Yeah, why?
So, we're like switching. Fuck, I hate that my iPad didn't do this. But I just think there was... So you're taking a gamble, I think, with Judy.
Okay.
He could be a number 1, but...
Number 1 what?
Wide receiver on that team.
Okay.
Right, he could be the number 1. But with Russell Wilson and his woes, you really think Sean Payton's going to make a big difference?
Oh, yeah. I think that they were ran by Ronald McDonald last year. I think it was an absolute joke. We're talking about the Broncos?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I think that get a guy like Sean Payton there, a complete dickhead, that's just going to go in and just slam his fist on the table, get everyone ready to go. His offenses are usually crazy. Russ has something to prove. And then, it's my first year really having the 3 receiver stack, having like a 3-headed dragon with the receivers. And, they're all young. And they're gonna grow together. So like, I have receiver depth now. Judy got hurt. I think that's why he slipped to the second round. And we just got a great update today saying that he's not gonna be on IR, so he's expected back within the first 4 weeks. So he can chill on the bench, relax. We have the 3 starters. Even if one of my starters gets hurt, I could put one in there. Then we can decide between a running back and a receiver for the flex. So I think Judy, just his upside, and with my depth, it just made too much sense. And then looking at like who went next, like Cortland Sutton and then Jahan Dotson. Yeah, there's no way if Terry McLaurin struggles to score, like Jahan Dotson, like he scares the hell out of me. You know what I'm saying? So Judy was just the most talented on the board. I think he was the best fit for my team. But going to my first pick, man, I needed a running back.
Yeah.
I needed
a running
100%. Back. Kamara out first 3 weeks with the suspension.
Yeah.
And, Ruben, we make the trade. He gets Swift. Then he trades for Sanders. You never know what's going on in that kid's mind. He drops, he ends up dropping Swift to the draft.
He could have picked him up again.
He could have, but he had 3 chances.
He had 3 chances.
He had 3 chances to get him back.
He took Mike Williams over Swift.
I'm going to get into JSN too with Ruben. But
I think you did good, but okay, you could have drafted Khalil Herbert.
Well, hold on, let me just get my main point is Colin snaked me at the end of that round. The Eagles fan that he is, I didn't think anyone would do it. Like, everyone hated Swift. Like, he gave me so much shit for Swift the past 2 years, and he goes and drafts him. Like, yeah. I knew it. I knew that Colin plays those games. I do the same thing, but yeah, that when he took Swift, I knew, like, bro, if he takes Montgomery, I'm screwed. Like, I'm absolutely screwed. I need a running back. So Montgomery fell to me, thank God. That was just like I had to.
But Khalil Herbert was there too. Why didn't you take him?
Well, I'm a Bears fan. I watch a lot of training camp videos, read a lot of things, watch a lot of tape. I went to the Family Fest. Ladies and gentlemen, Khalil Herbert is terrible. He's awful.
Really?
Yeah, he's bad. He's bad.
But he's shown like...
He has shown. And whose team was he on last year? He was on my team.
Was he?
We had him up close and personal. Yeah, he was. Up close and personal. And the days that Montgomery didn't play, he was ass.
Okay.
The days that Montgomery played and was in the starting lineup for me, he was great. When Montgomery wasn't in the starting lineup for me, he was insane. It was just like, he can't catch the ball. I don't know if you watched the preseason game. The 3 balls went through the guy's hands. I only caught that one screen the first time, but he can't catch the ball. He's not elusive enough. He's too north and south for me. And you know who else I got on my team, and that's Roschon Johnson. And that's the best running back on the Bears. And that's like, it's clear in a way he's our best running back. And he will be the starter by like halfway through the season, easily.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, after looking how you drafted, I think, that was my only question really. Because what other running back would you get, right, at your draft pick? There was nobody.
Who went after him?
I know, like Jamal Williams.
Who got Jamal Williams?
I got it. He was picked like at 100. You could have got Zach Charbonnet from
what's his name?
Seahawks.
Ty got him.
Ty got him.
Like, why?
Jamal Williams went to college.
Exactly. Just Colin took Swift and Jamal, and I just feel like me and Colin play fantasy football the same way, and it cracks me up. Like every year, I'm always like,
you could have got Jamal.
I feel like I'm always taking people from him. He's always taking people from me. We both liked Amon-Ra. We fought over him. I ended up with him. Yeah. I think we have like-minded, like Gurley, Zeke, both studs. It just lasted longer, so that was just funny. And then, speaking of Ty Perry, he's always an interesting draft. I always keep my eye on the Ty guys.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know what the hell he reads sometimes, or why he gets these players, or what he sees, but like randomly, like, he'll fucking pull some shit out of his ass. So, like, I'm keeping my eye on Devon Achane.
Okay, he's 5'11", 188 pounds.
It doesn't work on anyone else's team besides Ty. It will work.
Can you name me another small back that's played well? Because I don't know. I don't know of any. Small back, 5'8", shorter than...
5'8"?
Yeah, he's probably like Jerry with an extra 30 pounds.
I'm dead. yeah, I can see that. It's just, like a Jerry build. If you're like a Madden player, like a Jerry build.
Yeah, do you see Jerry?
You don't. You really don't. Yeah, I don't. Really
I don't know how that works.
No, it
He's
doesn't
fast.
work, but it works on Ty's team somehow. It's terrible. You'll see, man. I don't know why it's gonna work.
I just don't think that's gonna work.
Damian Pierce should suck.
Damian Pierce did not suck.
He should suck. Is what I'm saying.
I remember when Ruben traded him.
Yeah, but yeah, I wanted to point that out.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Ty had a first round pick from Branch.
No, that was I think next year. I think
Oh,
he had a second rounder this year, maybe.
Okay.
Or maybe he did a first round. No, I had for yeah.
he didn't. Well, he didn't. That's why I'm like, if he did, it wasn't this year because
Right.
I don't think Ty drafted in the first.
No, I don't think he did.
But just talking about Ty, yeah, his biggest pick was Zach, but he needs Kenneth to fall off, and then Ekne, 5'8", 188 pounds, pretty small. Asked you about if you knew anybody else, but yeah, other than that, McKinnon, Lazard, Bateman, we all know who they are. They're not. I don't think anybody that's gonna come off and light it up. But lackluster in my opinion. He picked up Bryce Young. If he can hold him, I think that's hard with quarterbacks. As if you can hold them long enough for them to grow. They usually need like a year and a half. But I mean, bright side for Ty, he's not gonna have an issue with having to drop somebody, right? Like these are easy drops to pick someone off the free agents.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely talent,
No. Oh yeah. I agree to an extent. But I don't know. That's what I say. It's just one of my notes was just always just keep an eye on Ty. I call them the Ty guys.
I don't know.
They should be awful, but somehow they end up being good. It's just my opinion.
I mean, Lazard, he's already played with Aaron Rodgers. Why would he be any better?
Not like Alan Lazard, but like the mystery guys,
Does
the ones you don't know about. Yeah, if you don't know about him and he's on Ty's team,
I know
it's a red
Zach.
flag.
I know
you
Zach's
don't
supposed
know.
to be pretty good.
You know he's supposed, but you haven't seen him like.
Right, but if Kenneth goes down, I mean, I'm pretty happy if I got Zach.
Of course, but
Right.
Kenneth also is gonna be running back one this year.
If he's healthy.
He's a dog. He's a monster. It's K9. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Is he the
we're not worried
9?
about it. What?
Is he the 9?
He's number 9.
Oh, is he number 9? Okay.
Yeah, he's number 9. I love Anthony Richardson on Collins' team. You know,
Do you think that was early?
no, because
No.
I like.
I think he was going to. Do you think anyone other than Alonso would have picked up Anthony Richardson?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I think half the league. More than
Really?
half
You
the
think
league.
the eyes were
Yeah, he
Anthony
probably wasn't gonna make it out
Richardson?
of that round. Probably, I don't think so. I don't think he was making it out of that round.
Because he went second or first.
Yeah, he went second round.
We went second round.
Mm.
I thought it was. Out of everybody else, I think he could have picked.
But what he's trying to like solidify his quarterback spot. Like he had Kyler for a minute.
Yes, Tua.
Yeah, but I'm saying like Tua's all right.
As long as he's conscious.
He can hold. He's a bridge. He's a bridge quarterback. They can bridge you to the next guy. Like he's hoping Richardson is like the next Fields. You know, Colts fans are too. Like Alonzo and Cadden. It's just no shot that's happening. The Colts are gonna be miserable for the next probably 150. But JSN 4th overall. That was my pick that I gave to Ruben. So I just was interested to see who he was gonna take there. And yeah, I got JSN going. You know.
Later?
Yeah, later. I think I would have been maybe Judy over JSN. Like when
Definitely
I took
better
him.
than Mingo.
Who? JSN?
JSN.
Yeah, for
Right.
sure. He was the best receiver in college. Like Mingo's a gem. You know, like it's one of those guys that like you're gonna wish you had on your team next year.
Okay. Yeah, looking at what was available, looks like Jordan Addison, Rashad White were available at the time versus JSN. Yeah, I don't know if I would have took JSN. I probably took. He wasn't on my radar, to be honest. I probably would have definitely. Rashad White was on my radar, and Jordan Addison. I think. Okay, so Jordan Addison or JSN.
Jordan Addison.
Exactly, 100%. Rashad White or JSN.
Rashad White is just so bad at football. It's just so hard. Like he's bad, man. He's bad. He's Ronald Jones 2.0. Don't believe the hype. if you watch him play football, he's bad, man. He's just not good. You don't want Rashad White on your team. That's my opinion. I wouldn't have taken him. Nah, I don't think he's good. I like James Cook, Captain Lee. That was a great pick by him. I think if I was Ruben, I might have took a swing at James Cook. To be honest, I think he might be on line for the next breakout.
Did he have a chance?
Yeah. Oh no!
I don't think not at JSN.
Yeah, no, he didn't. He didn't have James.
Because James Cook went early. Do you think James Cook went too early?
No.
Yeah, because I was looking at captain.
Was so thin, like you had to get someone early, or you weren't getting anyone. Like my back, I got Zeke late. Like I think Zeke could be like a touchdown guy. Like why can't he?
Maybe.
On the Patriots, like I think he can be like easy 10 points here, 10 points, 12 points. Like help me out in the flex or that with injuries. Like and I got him late, man. Like people were taking like the randomest people over him. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I think the fact that Alonso took Jordan Addison and Zay Flowers back to back really like it put me in a situation where I was like, fuck, like I drafted before in a regular league and a lot of these guys, these rookies, they were going like round 10, 12. But they were going in our league at 8, 9. I think they were all gone by 9.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any rookies other than like Kincaid. I can't really name.
What happened with the Kingdom is it changed into this like everybody wants the next rookie gem. Yeah. Like that's everything. Like that literally because we're in a dynasty league. Like they just set you up for at least 2 years. Right. Like and 2 years is a lot. Like Ruben likes to act like 2 years is not a lot. Like that's a lot, dude. Like if you go back to back championships like how I did in 2017 and 2018, like it's a lot. You would pay for that to do that. And then, you pay the price and not going back because that's how it works. But, yeah. But no, back to JSN, I got to find, let me look at the draft here. Because, I got DK, so I'm obviously, fuck JSN.
But JSN should fit in the slot.
Oh, I would have took DJ Moore.
I think DJ Moore?
Yeah, hell yeah.
DJ Moore?
I would.
I don't know if...
Ruben's got the young... He's not keeping JSN, right? There's no way he could.
Well, his rookie... because of Bijan.
But yeah, Bijan. But yeah, exactly. So it's like,
you're right.
It's at this point, I'm like, I just need, and that's what Ruben, like, what he does, like, it's fine because he has good teams, but he doesn't take the veteran that's just going to help him when he needs it sometimes. Like, he gets bored with him, JSN could easily be like a 4 or 5 point per game guy, like, behind Tyler Lockett and behind DK. Like, it could easily go that way. Like, DJ Moore, with us being Bears fans, like, Drew got him like next, I think. Like, yeah, I was like, I would have took DJ Moore right there, man. That would have been like a perfect person off the bench.
No, I think you're right because if you look at Ruben's team, he doesn't need a wide receiver. And JSN is just not. I mean, you would need him to be like early Chris Godwin when he was really good and trade him away. But Ruben didn't need that. He could have took Jordan Addison.
Could he?
Which is still a wide receiver. But Jason is a head scratch.
Oh, damn, Ruben. Yeah, I would have took it. I think I would have took Addison, bro. Like
Addison.
Pairing him up with.
And then you got Geno Smith. Like, do you trust Geno Smith? Because he's still starting, right?
If I'm a Seahawks fan, no, I don't. But I think DK led the league in like red zone targets last year, but like was very inefficient. So I think they're just a year under their belt. Hopefully they stay at that and they just get better at it. So I believe in them for that aspect. And for like a fantasy like perspective, for a running back, for a quarterback, running back, like we're in a standard league. Like who gives a fuck if you catch a 1 yard pass, bro? Like you're not getting a whole ass point for that. Like that's not how our league works. Like it does. Like I'm more concerned with. I want a quarterback that's gonna be able to just move the chains. Move the chains. Like I've watched. Too many fantasy teams where my running backs out there and like we can't even get past the 50-yard line. Like that was like Kamara last year. Like, dude, what is going on? Like, you just need competent quarterback play. That's what I'd be looking for. Like, I'm not looking for someone who's gonna feed him the ball. He doesn't throw to running backs. I don't give a fuck if he throws to running backs. I just need first downs.
Yeah. So you think Jason was the biggest head scratch?
No, that was Jahan Dotson. Yeah, that was John Dotson. That was like a whoa. Is that a Commander's receiver not named Terry McLaurin on my screen right now? I just wanted to make sure that was the guy.
Jahan Dotson was a value pick. He would have went that round. The comments blew up instantly when I picked him.
I know, but that was like
They instantly blew up.
that was Ruben's fucking pandering bullshit. Like
It
he
was
got his
before
guy,
Ruben.
bro. Ruben, shut the hell up with that bullshit.
Colin
Like,
came out of the bushes.
What'd he say?
I got his guy, Colin. He was like a sleeper pick almost.
Okay.
Because they respect
Yeah,
the
Colin.
talent.
But the thing with Colin is that like he whiffs hard on those type of guys, man. Like, he does. He does. Like usually his receiver, low key guy, is terrible. I don't know why. Every year his receiver, he just whiffs on receivers, man.
I took Jahan at 89.
Colin is running out an old regime over there, and he's praying they landed on some miracles there. But like he just hasn't really had to think in a long time.
You would say Christian Kirk over Jahan Dotson.
Yeah, I like Christian Kirk.
You like Sutton over
I don't like Sutton. I think
because
Sutton's
he's back.
trash.
Yeah, that's a good. That's how I know you at least
Mm.
know something about football.
But then it's like who took Sutton and then who took Dotson? That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just say it out loud. So
I just know Sutton
say it out loud.
got took before Dotson.
Huh? Sutton.
Sutton got took before
That doesn't
Dotson.
surprise me at all.
And you don't like Sutton. There was nobody really to pick at 89. Gabe Davis over Dotson? No way.
I would.
No.
I would. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Gabe Davis.
Dude, Gabe Davis, dude, Josh Allen's his quarterback, bro, and he's not my starter. If I just need a Monday night football game, yeah, I'll take Gabe Davis over Jahan Dotson. I'm sorry.
Gabe
I don't
Davis?
trust Jahan Dotson. These are the Commanders.
No way.
What do you mean, no way?
I think Terry McLaurin has shown that he can produce
McLaurin.
on the Commanders.
Yeah, barely.
And even when Terry was going off,
Hmm?
John was also eating as well. It wasn't like a shutout.
Let me see what Jahan did last year.
I could read it to you.
Please read it. Read it so they can hear it.
563 yards and 7 touchdowns.
All right. And then how many fantasy points overall?
I don't have that.
Don't have that. All right,
But hey, we could pull it.
I got it. Let's
All
see.
right, thanks. I'm going to try. Been trying to get these files over, man.
He had 95 fantasy points last year.
Exactly. Break it down by
Missed
some
some
of
time.
the weeks,
He
though.
missed some time.
Exactly. Thank
he
you.
He had 4 straight weeks.
Right.
All 4 weeks combined, he scored 3 points.
Oh my god.
He
How
has
many
those
attempts?
stretches.
How many targets?
Like 1 or 2.
One. Hey, how do you?
0 in one game.
And that's probably when Carson Wentz was playing.
Yeah. It's just Commanders.
So the Commander's right. You know, there's the quarterback situation's rough, but I
then
think
like
they
Carson
found
Wentz was
something.
playing early on, and he was
He
doing
was
all right.
bad.
No, I'm talking about like Jahan was doing all right early on, so it's like you can't really give me the whole who was a quarterback because it doesn't really. I don't really see. If it would have been like trash, he's great, all right, but like nah, he's the same guy throughout the year. He had a solid year. You take the jersey off and you put like literally any other team. Like, name one team who has a terrible quarterback.
Other than the Commander?
Yeah.
You like Brock Purdy?
No, he's terrible.
Okay, so the 49ers?
Yeah, I would take Ayuk or someone. Yeah, where did Ayuk go? Did he go after Johnson?
No, Ayuk was kept by Jerry.
All right. Yeah. Like Ayuk, like a second receiver on the team. And I'll take Purdy over this guy in the shit show that is the Commanders. There's no way in hell. I'm sorry. Alonzo, I tip my cap to you, kid. I don't know how you do it every year with Terry McLaurin, man. I cannot watch Commanders games, bro. I can't do it.
Terry's been a good fantasy player.
Yeah.
And yes, the quarterback situation kind of sucks, but as soon as like that gets answered, and it kind of seems like tell me the last 3 games if you still have it up. I can tell you the last 3 games.
I don't have it.
for Terry.
But I feel like you were like kind of using the same points against when I was telling you about Amon Ra with his. Like you're like, yeah, but it's too much
Can
sporadic.
I tell you his last 4 games?
Yeah, go ahead.
So it goes 43 yard, 10, 59, 40, and from the top, 1 touchdown, 0, 1, and 2. I mean, in the last 4 weeks, he had 4 touchdowns and roughly 160 yards. I mean, that kid's got potential. First 3 weeks, or the week 3 through 5, was 50-plus yard and 1 touchdown. To do that against the 49ers and then the Giant, I mean, he did that against the 49ers. I think you got to give the kid a little bit of credit.
Yeah.
At the
I just don't want any
89th
part of
pick, at the 89th pick, I took a gamble, but I like the gamble that I took.
Yeah, I mean, I hope you do like the gamble. You know, it's been a couple of days only, so I mean, I hope you haven't already soured on the gamble. It's just not a gamble I would have taken. You know, I stay away from the
I
Commanders.
don't think it was anyone else.
It's
that
a
was
thing with
way...
it's just something with the Commanders. That's just a personal
You're on
thing.
this Commander.
I know it's a personal thing.
Yeah.
It's the Commanders. What do you want?
understand
Like
it's
it's
the
Commanders. Like I don't need part of that.
We are 100% part of that, and you might see Jahan as my flex. I might start him week 1.
Yeah, I know, because we see that Drake London should not have been a keeper already, right?
What's up?
Looks like Drake London should not have been a keeper. Am I right?
I don't know who I would have wanted.
Maybe like the
In the
guy you're
pre-draft.
starting ahead of him, or
Alexander Madison, but then I drafted Gibb.
what about Dotson? You said you would start Dotson over.
The,
you would start Dotson
the
over.
flex, the flex
Would you
is
start
open.
Dotson over London?
Yeah, but I would also start London. My flex is going to be week 1. I'm not sure who my flex is. I think it's going to be Madison, Dotson, or London.
I know it's crazy how like that's your third option, and that was a keeper. Like, damn, man, this dude's not even a starter. Like,
Well-
like, the keeper. Like, I get it. Like, you had Jahmyr Gibbs, which makes sense why he gets booted. Okay, he's got to be at least the second dude up. And then he's like, wait, he's not even the second. Wait, no, shit, he's not even like this guy's the third guy off the bench. Like,
I mean, he could be one.
you know,
There was no
It's
order.
interesting. Like, like, all right, we'll see. Like, it's just there's so much pressure on this kid to like be great. I just don't know if he does it on
London?
your team. Yeah, I think he's one of those guys that does it like on another like franchise.
No, I think I write out London this season. We reevaluate,
Yeah.
but I think he remains my flex in keepers. I don't think anybody,
I would bet against that. I don't think you're keeping.
because
London.
again, my flex is my keeper, right? That I'm fighting for, or that's up for debate. So it's Madison, London, or Dotson.
Yeah.
Right. Unless Kincaid, or no, he's my tight end, but London could definitely still be a keeper.
Or like, what if Ruben gets a bottle of Crown, comes over, and you guys like work on a trade? You never know. Like, you never know what the trade market, how things were. Waivers, a sleeper waiver wire pickup. Like, oh man, this kid's crazy. I'm gonna keep him. You just never know how it goes. I would just bet against you keeping Drake going in the next year, but it's a possibility. Like, I agree with that.
Did I keep?
Drake going in the next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
There's a
possibility.
possibility. And if
I would
Jahan
just bet
Dotson
against that.
proves you wrong, because I think a lot of other people believe in him, then he might be the keeper. It just depends. Who wants to play for my team? And we're going to see this season who really wants to stay.
One last thing. Jonathan Mingo. Didn't know much about this kid going into the draft, but as it got closer and closer, I just wanted to know the rookies on who are going to be available, this and that. And I'm like, wait a minute, like, he's on the Panthers. Like, Adam Thielen's washed.
Okay. DJ Chalk?
Is garbage. And they just got Bryce Young. Like, I can get his next number one before he explodes to be the number one. And no one's talking about this guy. No one's talking about Jonathan Mingo. That's one of JT's guys right there. And when he pops off, just like Garrett Wilson did, no one talked about Garrett Wilson. I'm like, wait a minute. He was the first receiver off the NFL draft board. and no one's talking about him. I'm like, all right, I'll take him. Yeah, that's how it works out. So we're building something over here. I like the 1 year turnaround. We're young, we're hungry, we're ready to go.
Yeah, I looked
good.
into Jonathan Mingo in his sophomore and junior year in college. It was he played like 3 games, ankle injuries. He finished his senior
Good.
year
Well,
with
let's
51
Miles.
receptions, 861 yards, and only 5 touchdowns, with an 8% drop rate. I just don't know if he's the guy. I think he is who he is. He's not
Why
a
is that?
star.
Why is he who he is?
He's a guy who drops the ball.
But why is he a guy who got some? But wait, what's the high drop rate?
I think 8%.
What's the highest drop rate in college football?
I wouldn't know.
Okay, then I don't want to hear about the damn drop rate. You're telling me it's
I think
I'm like
if the drop
8%
rate
is
is
like
mentioned-
92% of the time he catches the ball. Oh, okay. Like
8%.
All right.
Out of 51 receptions? 8% of 51?
So whoa,
He dropped it.
Out of 51 targets or 51 catchable balls, or
I
like
think 51 receptions.
he can't have a reception if he didn't catch the ball. What do you mean?
Right. All right, you got that one. Yeah, you're right.
So I'm saying like he
Yeah.
targets, he didn't
Yeah.
catch it, or like it was a catchable ball. You have
Right,
a unique
right.
stat where it's a catchable ball stat that he didn't
Right.
catch. I'm just
Well, I
is it
think if
target-
like they mention a drop rate, like it should be significant.
Okay, it could be, but
when
I
I
would
looked
need you
them
to.
up-
I would rather have you know if it was. I was curious. I
Okay.
want to know what was the highest. If it was like,
Right.
if the highest was like 9, I'd be like, dang, he's
Right.
up there. Like, but the fact that you're saying like he is who he is, like, and you just said he only played like 6 games in like 2 years.
Yeah, I mean
Like,
he's
he's-
injury prone.
But like
hasn't
there's
been
no
able to
way
stay
he could be
healthy.
who is. But like, how is he who is he is? He has a very small sample size. Like he's a rookie
Because
receiver.
he's been injured.
We haven't seen him in the NFL field. I can show you Stephon Diggs' scouting report coming in the NFL, and it was terrible. Like,
I don't know if
let's calm down and we know
Can you recall it though?
Diggs.
Yeah, his scouting, like his
Yeah,
sophomore,
it-
junior.
It wasn't great.
But you don't.
I don't know. It was like he was like a 5th round pick, but like when I watched Diggs play, I was like, no, dude, he can play receiver. He's cold.
Yeah.
Like you can just see it. Sometimes you can see it. Like I have an eye for it. I don't know if you have an eye for it, but you could see certain players that are like that. And it went late. It's not like Diggs was a second rounder. Mingo was a second rounder. Like I just think that you don't know what he is. He isn't what he is. What he is. He's a young receiver with a rookie quarterback in an unknown offense and an unknown team that we might be looking back like, wait, why weren't we talking about Jonathan Mingo? He's the only rookie receiver that can be a number 1 option right now.
You know, I'll give
he
you
not?
that. I mean, he's a wide receiver on a team where the competition is very low,
Okay.
right? So,
Like, who's a better situation for a rookie receiver, like, as far as competition?
like, with competition or without,
Like, with competition. Without like, who's in a better, like, position to start as, like, the number 1 receiver? Probably, like, Zay Flowers on the Ravens.
no. But I think it's just, I think there's a point to be made that he has nobody to learn from. At least with Jordan Addis, he has Justin Jefferson to learn from, right? Isn't that a better situation for a rookie? That's not touted like a
Hold on. Yeah,
like
go ahead,
Chase.
go ahead.
He's not a Chase.
No, he's not.
We wouldn't say Jordan or
But what do you? But
Mingo is a Chase.
so you think it's better to have a way better young receiver on the team that he can learn from than him learn by himself, but he gets the majority of the targets and like, hey,
Right.
we'll hope he does good. Like
Yeah.
for me, for if I was a Panthers fan, yeah, sure, I want him to learn from
yeah.
someone. For my fantasy football team, I don't want Justin Jefferson anywhere near him. Like, are you kidding me? No, I don't want anyone who's experienced, anyone who's like Adam Thielen pisses me off. Yeah, I want him gone. Like Mingo, let him learn on his own. Let's have Garrett Wilson. Throw him out there. Let talent prevail. It doesn't matter who's throwing the football. He's just going to be open. If you're wide open, he's going to get a lot of balls, right? Like,
If he can hang.
if he can
on
get
to
open,
it.
right? Just like if I'm a shooter in basketball, if I get open a lot, more than likely I'm going to hit a lot more open shots than contested ones. Like, and it is an art to get open in basketball, just like in football. It's just more of an art
Yeah.
in football,
Yeah.
right? So it's like you got to give him that credit. They all right, just like I don't want to keep comparing, but like D-Hop kind of started off the same way. Like no one talked about D-Hop, young rookie receiver after Andre Johnson. There was no room there at all, and I'll give it to La Familia. Like he called it like the pop off year. That was like the first year of the Kingdom, like or second year maybe. But it happens. More than likely, it more times than not, it happens like that where it's like the rookie receiver is not the number one off the board, or like a top like Drake London, like he really didn't do anything.
He did something.
But he didn't really do anything. He was all right.
There's potential.
It is.
I think it's just really low, and I think it's a gamble. But I think at the pick you got him for, because you got him pretty late.
Yeah.
Way late. You got him after Gabe Davis, so obviously you think Gabe Davis is better, and Jerry Jeudy's better. So I don't know if you really believe in the guy, but
that was your argument last year too, though. Is that, and that's where it comes in with JSN, like drafted him 4th overall, and Ruben's like he got his guy. Yeah. Ruben wants to if Ruben wants a chicken sandwich real bad, he'll pay $25 for it because he just got his guy, and everyone's like, oh, but you could have got the chicken sandwich for $5. Like I could have, but this way I got my guy.
Yeah.
And it's like right. Yeah. There's a certain gambling to drafting. Like you have
Right.
different prospects you want. Obviously, you've seen that a couple rookies went off early.
Yeah.
Damn, I gotta adjust. Maybe I wanted this guy late. Now I'm looking at it like, okay, only rookies left are like these guys, and no one's really talking about them. But someone might just be peeking at them and take them earlier than I think. So I'm like, no, I can't. Yeah. The rookie receivers are going quick. I need to get my hands on one of these guys. And Mingo, the more I'm looking at Mingo, I'm like, this guy's he's a perfect guy to just let. You talking about learn? He's gonna learn on my team under my big three. He's gonna learn my big three receivers how to develop and how to become a great fucking receiver.
Commit assault and get a 3-week suspension.
Hey, amen. You're allowed to self-defense. That's all I'll say. I'm allowed to protect myself. Am I not?
What's that?
I'm allowed to protect myself. Am I not?
I don't. Okay, let's not. I don't.
Yes, that's yes or no. That's really yes or no.
You're gonna.
But that's yes or no.
That you have an option to defend yourself?
I have the right.
To defend yourself from an assault.
Just protect. I want to protect myself.
Right. Yes.
A fundamental right. Yes. All right. Now we can move on. That's kind of the model we have here at King Papa J. Like, what happened? Let me see the police report. Let me see what happened. What are they saying in the media? Yada, yada, yada. As he's talking, I'm tearing up notes. I'm tearing up articles. I'm tearing up this. Eat the suspension. Work your ass off. Inject yourself with roids if you have to. Get back on the field. Run with your head down. Lead with the crown.
Okay. I just want to move on because I don't want you to say like a career-ending take. So let's just keep the train going. Like I'd love to get you like in a situation where it ended right here.
Hey man,
this 2-second take.
You're the one who's over here accusing my team. I had to stand up for my team. Like, what do you mean? Like, we're over here. We don't have any criminals on my team. Everyone has a right to their side of the story, and everyone has a right to protect themselves.
Right.
All right. Let me just move on to this couple quick notes I wanted to go over before we go into power rankings.
For sure.
We got Ruben Cowell out the gate, 81% chance by ESPN to make the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
Outstanding.
Right,
that's outstanding. It's lockstep of what everyone thinks. He's the favorite. I told him anything besides a championship ring is an absolute failure, and he will hear from me at the end of the year if that happens. And he should want that. Yeah. He should want that pressure. He should want to be in that spot. But if he does not win a ring this year,
I don't know if he wants that pressure.
If you don't want the pressure, then you don't want a ring. That's just how it works. Like,
yes.
And if I wasn't talking like this, his team was trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, his team is like clearing away. Dude, you should win the league this year. He should join the Ring of Honor. We should finally get a new member for the first time since 2019. And 81% is a lot.
It is. It's overwhelming. I think the next person is what? 60%?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, right. It's a big drop.
Alonzo's like 70 maybe. I don't know, maybe 60.
Yeah, and then it's Colin maybe.
Just like how everything that must come up, it's got to go down. And what I seen was Gotti at 11%. I don't agree with it. I personally don't agree with that guy. I just want to let you know, Gotti. I don't agree. The Branch, you're good in my book. We do a lot of great business together. We shake hands across the aisle. It's a great relationship we have with Branch Ranch, you know. But I'm like, damn, like 11%. Like, wait, let me go check it. Let me check his team out. Like, what's really happening over there? And I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay. Like, I just think that's outrageous. 11%, like that is almost like personal. Like a writer at ESPN and Branch Ranch have like some type of beef or something. Like, that makes no sense. 11%, that's ridiculous.
I don't know. I mean, I think looking at Branch's draft in general sucked. His first round, his first pick was Sky Moore. Not that there was anything more.
I was so happy he picked him, man. I was like,
why?
thank God.
You think he's gonna blow up? Like you want him to?
No,
because
I thought he was taking Judy. That's what I'm saying. I think Judy's injury scared him off. Like that was the one I think was going to Gotti. I think Judy was going to Gotti.
Nah, I think you picked Judy before Sky.
I'm looking at it right now.
Are you? Mm. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Because Judy went 87.
Sky and then went 86.
Oh, okay, yeah, he could have got Judy. Yeah.
I'm sweating. I'm like, damn, but the injury scared him off. So that's why I'm like, you know what? I think
or Sutton.
I think I got Judy because of the injury, and it turns out it's not gonna be as bad as everyone thought.
Yeah, I think more pretty big gamble. He could be number one, right? Because there's nobody else there. Cardarius Toney, MVS.
Kelce. Yeah, MVS.
Like for wide receivers, I think it's a Jonathan Mingo situation. With a slight upside to Sky Moore.
Imagine if Travis Kelce was on the Panthers. My whole take wouldn't make any sense at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that
I don't know. Travis Kelce opens it up.
No, he doesn't.
Because there's nobody on the Panthers.
That's where we differ. I want him in a barren wasteland where, like, every time Bryce Young throws a ball... Yeah, that's fine. Every time Bryce Young throws a ball that's not to him, it goes in the dirt. That's my wish. And... we'll get there. I don't want Travis Kelce. Like that whole thing. People can have that take. I think that take's garbage.
What take?
Now he's just like opened up the offense for my guy. It's like what that take is. It's for like the people who have that guy and you kind of want to make them feel better. Like, hey man, now the double teams will be gone. Wait, you didn't tell me that touchdowns were gone. Oh yeah, no, touchdowns are gone. Like, yeah, he'll get more open, like, at the 20-yard line. 30, but, yeah, touchdowns, like, yeah, they'll probably go to that guy now. Like, Travis Kelce's on my team. He's getting the touchdowns. You know, like, we play standard. You know.
But Tyreek was eating, though.
But that's Tyreek Hill.
Right, so if you have a solid number one.
And Tyreek had a better year here in Miami last year.
But the thing is if Sky Moore can be productive, if he can be the guy, there might be some upside.
I would say I would have needed to see at least a glimmer last year. A glimmer.
Yeah, I don't think he...
A game. Anything. I would need to see something. He doesn't show me anything. And I think he's short. He's number 24. Like, what are we doing?
He's fast.
But he's number 24. He's trying to come off like a running back a little bit. I'm just not a fan. But I was happy he took him. Like, Judy.
He took Christian Kirk after that, which I think is solid.
Yeah, I like that.
After that, nothing really to like call out. Jaylen Warren, Cole Kmet, Geno Smith, Kyren Williams, Jacoby Myers. But yeah, I mean, he has Deebo Samuel that fell off, right? I don't know if Deebo's that same Deebo where he had like 1,000 receiving and like 800 rushing.
I don't think he had that many, but yeah.
It was a lot though, right?
Yeah.
Devonta Smith, he's good. Cam Akers, like, what are your... So, he kept...
I like
Cam Akers over Rachaad White.
Oh, yeah.
And you think that was the thing to do?
Yeah.
But from, like, what I remember, and I didn't look at this, but Cam Akers was ass.
He was.
What was it?
It was at the end, and it, like...
Where he was just ass?
No. Like, at the beginning, he started off terrible. Like, he was about
to
cut.
And at the end, he picked up, but, like, the very end.
But then, dude, no, he took over, and, like, this guy's 22 years old.
Okay.
He's 22. Like, Cameron's 22. And he played very, very well. He played better than Rachaad White. I think so. Like,
Rachaad White had Leonard Fournette.
I would take, but yeah, he was, but like, again, like, what's his name? Akers was not he had to earn his spot. Like he was like in the depth chart, he fought up and earned it. Like Daryl Henderson was there early on. Like there was like another one too. I forgot what his name was, but I like Cam Akers. I think he's young. Showed a lot of his numbers, but I was hoping God he kept him because he was definitely on my list of guys I wanted.
Yeah, I mean, starting week 13, 18, 8, 10, 32, 13, 12.
Right. Look at that. And that's when he started getting the ball, right? Like
against Denver, Chargers, Seahawks.
Yeah, 2 games after he starts getting the ball, he starts taking off. So it's like,
because he ended the season the right way. But, I mean, Gotti still only has an 11% chance to make the playoff.
Yeah, but that's just some AI's opinion, which I just thought was disrespectful. You know?
Right.
There's no way it's 11%. That's literally, like, I'm dead ass. Like, if they would have put 11% next to my name, that would have fired me up. I would have been I would have been pumped.
You know, it takes into account the strength of his division, the fact that he has Ruben on top. Who else is in his division?
I know what it takes into effect, and I think it's garbage.
I just think like his division.
You get to 11. You get to 11% after like week 5. We can start talking about 11%, dude.
Captain has a 62% chance.
Right, like what we do? Like, come on, he has a better percentage than me. Like,
you're trash.
Yeah,
they got you.
Yeah, I'm low. That's why I was like, damn, I'm the lowest. And like, wait, God, he's 11. Oh man, that's terrible. But what was this? We see like in the final standing projections, it was like we drafted, it came out, and like within an hour of it coming out, you already went down a notch. How does that make you feel?
I don't know. Did it come out at 6, and then it dropped me to 7?
Yeah, you can look at it. You can check it. You know, after you drafted, it rated your team.
It rated me at 6,
and then I think it did like a wait. It knocked you down.
What? Like
it missed something, man. I don't know why. It changed. Look at it. It changed.
No, I know. Like I know. I think I'm at 7 now.
Yeah.
But I was at 6. I thought 6 was.
It has you missing.
I guess it did change.
Yeah, I don't know. You drafted, had you at 6, and then like an hour later, it was like, nah, this guy's not going to the playoffs. There's no shot.
Yeah, I'm definitely in that gritty area of the league where 6 and 7 will get me in the playoff, right? It's just a matter of you going 5 and 8 or whatever, and Jerry going also 5 and 8 or whatever.
Yeah, you're throwing a lot of shade at Jerry. He's got a good team. I'll take Jerry's team over your team, 100%.
How many bad things have I said?
Yeah, last episode it was like you were throwing shade at how Jerry, you had a better year to year than he did. Like I was like, nah, he had a better story, and he won a playoff game. Then you went on this rant about how like winning a playoff game doesn't matter, and I was like, what are you talking about? Like. You're all over the place with Jerry. Give the man his flowers. He has
I don't think I was that negative on Jerry.
You were. He has a better team than you.
A better team than me?
He does.
I think. Hold on. I wasn't prepared for this conversation.
It's all right.
But you think Jalen Waddle and Brandon Ayuk are better than my wide receiver core?
Wait, what? I say he has a better team than you. We could go the whole team.
No, but I'm just saying. I just asked the question.
I mean, receiver core, you have.
Who has it better?
You do.
Okay. And running backs, who has it better?
He does.
Really? Najee Harris?
Oh, yeah.
And Travis?
Oh, yeah. And Ramondre? Yeah.
Ramondre, he's on the Patriots.
And then what about?
You can't forget that.
No, I know. But I'll just take him over.
And Etienne is good. But Najee Harris has Najee Harris.
I like Najee. Najee's good.
But is he back?
He didn't go too far.
I think Jerry's team is very good, but I think Najee Harris has to prove himself. Brandon Ayuk has to prove himself. It'll be a little better. But I would say, so what is Jerry's ranked what?
In the final standings? Projection?
1, 2, 3. He's 5th. Then it's captain, then it's me. So, like, I don't think it's that crazy. I mean, if we look at playoff. I'm at 62. Jerry's at 62. We have the same team.
Yeah, I just think he has a better team than you.
I think
Why didn't we go over quarterback again? You like to get real big and bold with Josh Allen, but until Pat comes around, then it's it's just quarterback.
Well, I would say we're equal.
No, you're not equal.
No, you don't think so?
No.
Okay, I'm just curious.
You would take Pat Mahomes over Josh Allen. Stop.
Nah,
you wouldn't.
Why would I do that?
Because he's Pat Mahomes.
I'm bigger than the name. I think people get tied to the name. So I'm just looking. So Pat Mahomes, 41 touchdown, 5,000 yards, 416 fantasy points. So 416. I'll just remember that. I'm just curious. He's probably more than Josh Allen. Josh Allen had 395. 416, 395. That's like Josh Allen threw more interceptions. So I think if Josh Allen had 14 interceptions.
He ran for more. Josh Allen, he ran for more.
But Josh Allen, Josh Allen had 14 interception. I think Mahomes, I'm pulling it up right now, had 12. So I think if Josh Allen just cooled it with the interception, I think they're tied. I think they're in the same tier.
How many passing yards did Josh have?
So Pat had 5,000, 5,020, 5,200. I'll give you the number. And then Allen had 4,200. So
yeah, 1,000 more?
Yeah, 1,000 more, yeah.
All right, I would say this, we have a dynasty league, right? We're going year to year. Jerry, if he really wanted to, he doesn't have to change quarterbacks for the next whatever years. He has a quarterback that doesn't run, drops 5,000 yards, and still outscores the quarterbacks that do run. So it's this. I'll take.
He outscored him by 16 points, fantasy points, which could be easily corrected.
I just think Josh is going to have to he's going to have to run again next year and put up those numbers again. I'm just talking about throwing the football without even running like that. He could put up more points than Josh Allen, and that's Josh Allen's thing. Over time, I think that Pat is easily going to age way slower than Josh Allen. His shelf life's way longer.
We'll see.
So I think I would easily trade Josh Allen for Pat Mahomes for longevity wise, and it's Pat Mahomes. You know what I mean?
Hey, the past does not dictate the future, right? So we really don't know what's going to happen.
Except for when Mingo has an 8% drop rate, we know him through and through. That's the only way we know.
Right, you're right.
Right.
It's a significant number though. Right. It needs to be mentioned.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Right, that he can't
That's
hold the
what
ball.
we know when the past equals the future is with Mingo. But all right, I get it.
But I think Josh Allen's a top 3 quarterback in fantasy.
Yeah, I think so too.
For this year.
Yeah, I think so too. I think
he still lights it up this year.
I think Mahomes is number 1.
I think Mahomes maybe outscores him by 5 fantasy points.
I'll say 20, 30.
It was, okay. But I think, if you can give me a moment, I think Jerry had a solid draft. He got Rachaad White. He took a veteran in Godwin, which I think at 95, that was a good pick. The only other person was Zach Cabernet, but he's got White. He's got other wide receivers. I appreciate the correction. He got Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers, if you think the Garrett Wilson connection is there,
you seen
Aaron Rodgers is going to go off.
You see the highlight?
No.
Preseason? You didn't see it? Oh, man.
No, it's preseason.
They cooked first drive. Boom, boom, boom. Touchdown.
He got A.J. Dillon, which, is interesting, right? There's a huge change, huge shift in Green Bay, but he's always seen A.J. Dillon's there, even with Aaron Jones. And if we're Aaron Jones to miss some time, so great handcuff to have. And I think, all around, I think Jerry had a really solid draft compared to maybe Branch. Branch's draft's going to suck. It's going to suck for multiple years, especially with that new rule. I actually didn't know, right? We had a conversation about how it's no longer the worst 2 teams fighting for the first round pick. It's like there was a benefit of being ass and eating shit, right? Because you knew at least you were getting the first or second pick. But now you can be ass, but you have to fight 3 other teams. And I just think with that chain, it's huge. It's one of the biggest chains I've seen in this league. The keepers don't amount, to the impact of this change because Branch is going to be fighting for that first round pick. And he did get it this year. Hats off to him getting the first pick. Yeah. But he got it, right?
Yeah.
If he would have had it, he would have had it.
Yeah,
but,
of course. This sucks.
I think that's a great story, but can he repeat that? And it's tough, right? And I think if it's just 2 team, he has a real good shot. And he's at least getting number 2.
Right.
But if he doesn't win, though, and he gets number 4, still a lot of value. But I just think he's just going to have small draft capital going into future years. The fact that he's got to fight to try and get even this 2 spot, it's just rough for that guy. And, hats off to him, that he's still here and fighting. I mean, he's got a true spirit. I've had multiple conversations with that organization.
Yeah.
And that kid's got a lot of heart, but it's usually those that just get crushed.
No, I feel you. I would say this, though. I would agree with everything you're saying, except for the part where you said that it used to be where you wanted to suck ass. Like,
I didn't say you won.
Okay, you did
but
say
there was
you
a
wanted
guarantee.
to. I think you did say you wanted to.
We can run it back.
We can. But I think you did say you
like,
wanted to suck ass. Like,
I don't think I said
I
that,
think.
Okay.
The best teams don't have first overall pick. They don't have second overall pick. They don't have third. They don't have fourth. Like, what pick should Ruben have had this year? Does anyone know?
Because he just has I have no idea.
No, it should have been like 7, 8.
Yeah, 7, 8.
Yeah, you know, like he manipulates his way to get to the front to rob the people who deserve it. You know what I'm saying? To build something. So him building through the draft, it was a sham. Like in your head, like
Do
in
you
Sheridan's head.
remember how he got that first round pick?
Which one?
What the trade was from Gotti?
Rashad Penny. Straight up, I think. But like building through the draft, what Ruben's doing is like he's good, and then he trades for the top draft pick again, and then he's good again, and then he trades for the draft. It's like he's not sucking ass drafting, sucking ass drafting, sucking ass drafting. If he was doing that, it'd be like, damn, this dude really built from the fucking draft. Like, it is a benefit to being bad and all this. No, Ruben's having fun playing fantasy football, going to the playoffs, having a great year, and then after that he's like, oh shit, I need a first round pick, and then he gets one. So it's like that's just not the way to go about it, and it's not the fun way to go about it. Like, and as far as I can see, like, yeah, no one really thinks that way. Besides, I would say you and Ruben have that kind of view of like, you enjoy the prospects of a first overall pick more than the chance just to make the playoffs.
There's a limit, right? Like, I wouldn't trade Stephon Diggs for a first round pick, or multiple first round picks.
But you would miss the playoffs for one.
If I traded Stephon Diggs,
would you rather make the playoffs as a 6 seed? Or have a chance at the first overall pick?
I think if I felt like I could go all the way, yeah. Okay. But I think if maybe I snuck in there by like some miracle.
This is fantasy football. Like, if you're in, you know how exciting it is to be in and be like, yeah, I'm in the playoffs. Like, this is what we do it for. Like, this is the whole fun, the big game part. Only one person gets to win every year. It's not like only one person had fun the whole year. It's having these big games and winning games that matter. That's where all the fun and joy comes from, in my opinion. That's where it comes from. And then it's like setting yourself up for next year is cool and all that. That's what takes care of our offseason, gets us through the shitty winter, gets us through like the fucking baseball season when your team has a fat lady sneak a gun in under her, her tits and shoot someone, shoot herself at someone. Like, you're able to do that. Okay, Ruben, I see you. I respect Ruben's grind.
about that, yeah.
I do respect Ruben's grind, and I'll never intervene and be like, wait a minute, that's not fair for him, blah, blah. We're
Right.
grown men. Like, if you want to make that trade, go make that trade.
Mm-hmm.
What I love about it the most is that it's out west. It's the Wild West out there. I could tell them. I hear the frustration in Colin and Drew's voice when they speak about Ruben, in Gotti's voice, in Cadden. Like, they're all frustrated with Ruben out west. They are.
Yeah.
No one enjoys this guy in their division.
Right.
Like, and I'm happy I can see it from in the East. Like, just watching Ruben be the Cowboys and just wreak havoc.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know, like, it doesn't really affect me too often.
Because really, it's just
I see him once a year.
yeah,
You know.
it's just the 6 best records. Right, make the playoff.
Well, two division winners get the bye, regardless of it. Like,
Right.
It can be like
The 2 division winners. Oh,
yeah, even
yeah.
if there's like a better record in one division than one of the division winners, the division winner's still gonna win. You know, so there still is value in winning your division. Like, that's what you want to focus on. Like,
Yeah.
going into the year, you want to win your division. That's what I focus on every year. And then we, go to the playoffs and get that first round bye, and you're one game away. You get that first round bye, you're one game away. That's how I look at it. Like, I'm one game away from at least money, second place money. And also, just from Super Bowl week, that's the best week. I hope one day you can be a part of it.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way I'm not a part of it.
I hope
Not with this kind of team.
you want to give me your rankings, or I can give you my rankings?
I looked at the ESPN ranking, and as of now, I mean, I gotta agree. I think straight up.
Okay.
I don't really see any changes. And I think they're going to change because it's hard to change them right now because Ruben does have the best team, right? He has the best team.
On paper.
Alonso has a really good team.
He does.
Colin has a really good team.
Yeah.
I mean, Colin did... Yeah, right. So... Colin's team is, right, because he has Isaiah Pacheco, but he has Saquon, Eckler, Tua. Say what you want about Amari Cooper, but, right, they're really waiting Eckler, Barkley, to Travis Kelce. That's why he's there. I mean, I think if he loses Travis, he probably drops a few spots. But with them, I think he's there. Ty, maybe... Ty's up there as whether he should be there because Keenan Allen, not a big fan. JT being already on the pup list. Damian Pierce kind of fell off.
That sucks for Ty. That's hilarious. Like,
he
said, what was it? His his first 4 weeks he can't play?
Yeah, I think it's 4 weeks.
He just can't play.
I love it. Is
that
because they punished him or is he injured? Do you know?
He's injured, so he went into physically unable to perform. That's what Judy avoided.
Mentally depressed?
No.
And unable to perform?
No, he's injured. It's like the IR pretty much.
Yeah, and the thing about Ty is JT comes back, and it didn't really matter that he missed 4 weeks, right?
Unless we bury him early. Unless we bury Ty early, we all tried band together.
0-6.
Yeah, no, we
2019.
We have to band together and do it again.
Band together.
We have to bury him early. It's get him out, get him unmotivated, get him trading guys early when he wouldn't have traded them. That's how I love. When you got Ty Jumpy, he'll start getting rid of guys, and he realizes he fucks up. Like how with the Deebo Samuel thing, he fucked up. 30 seconds later, he fixed the correction.
Right.
Fuck?
God.
We had him.
Justin Branch.
Bro, we had Ty. We had him. Finally had Ty for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
We had him.
Justin Branch has continually done interesting trades. I think he's trying to match the Ty energy, and it just hasn't worked out for him.
I think I
hope it does.
That's a good take. I think sometimes I can see that. It's him trying to match the trade market energy when he's got a good thing going, or it's just I don't know about that trade. But that trade he made with you, I would agree with that trade. T. Higgins, I have Joe Burrow. I watch a lot of T. Higgins is good.
Yeah.
But I think him and Mike Evans have very similar seasons this year, in my opinion.
Okay.
And I think that Dalvin Cook with Breece Hall, and you have we're gonna keep Cook, but it's just
if I had
tough.
Cook, it's tough. I was in a very tough situation this season because Mike Evans and Cook, they're getting older, And if I wait next year, I'm already getting nothing for Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Already. And he might blow up. It's fine.
Yeah.
And Cook, like, is he even worth a first-round pick anymore? Obviously not, because
We'll see, man. He had a good year last year. You had him.
I had him.
He had a good
He
year.
had a solid year.
Yeah.
He was in and out.
I know, but
He
when
helped me
he went
win.
off, he would have those games, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
he helped me win, and I hate that I did give him up, but I think,
And you kept Madison?
I kept Madison.
So actually, you could have kept Cook. I
don't know. I don't think I could. Well, no, I could have kept Cook. Right, I could have.
Right.
But with the...
Damn, yeah. You don't want
It's a
two Jets
gamble.
backs. But Cook has a potential. Like, if Brees Hall is, unfortunately, if this is something he's dealing, if he's like in and out guy,
We'll see, yeah.
we'll see. And,
We'll see.
And Aaron Rodgers just needs a guy he can just like Leonard Fournette got to let go of the Jaguars.
Bucks, and he hasn't been...
No, you got to let go of the Jaguars, right? Like, this is Leonard Fournette. We're like, what the fuck? Like,
Uh-huh.
he's a dog. We all thought he was a dog. But this is Bijan's Ruben before Bijan. Like, and they just let him go after he had a good year. We were like, damn. And he goes to the Buccaneers, and no one believes in him still. But like the Kingdom, we're all looking at him like, this is Leonard Fournette. Like, he has a story here. There's no way he's just bad out of nowhere just because he's NFL, like not whatever. And then Tom Brady's just like looking around like, dude, yeah, Ron Jones, you suck ass. Like, I'm trying to win a Super Bowl. Like, let me see Lenny. Where's Leonard Fournette? Boom, boom, boom. Leonard Fournette's solid again. To the point where I think Ruben picked him up again when he was like starting him. Like, I think the same thing can happen with Cook, where it's like it's all cute, it's all fun and games, and then all of a sudden like the Jets aren't doing too well or they can't run the ball, and it's just like, bro, give Dalvin Cook the fuck football. Like,
Right.
I can see it going that way. And Justin has a reputation with Kareem Hunt to find a way to get the best out of that number 2 back. He was behind Chubb at first, and Hunt was good for him.
Right. I think Cook has a good year this year.
And he got him from you too, right? Hunt?
Yeah.
Hunt?
I don't know if
Back in the
did
day.
I trade him? Okay, so Hunt's been passed around.
But I feel like he was your guy from
I drafted
minute.
him. I think I drafted him. And then I traded him to Drew for Cook. Because I got Cook from Drew.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't
And I
know
think
that.
I traded Kareem. We got to run it back. Because I'm not 1,000%.
Yeah.
It might be wrong. But it's just, okay, I wait next year. Cook is another year older. I think I like T. Higgins because he's a very young wide receiver. I replaced the old Mike Evans. I think, yes, I paid more in that trade. And I'm content with that. And I hope Branch has a good season. And, I mean, he still only has 11% chance to make the playoffs. And you could say he beat
record.
me.
It's just that's bullshit. That's just bullshit. Like, if he wins 1-0 week one, like that should go to like 40% or 30. Like, I don't really look at that until like week 5 or like 4. Like the percentage, the final standings projection. Like, he's projected last. That's no question. There's no question he's projected last. Is it 11% to like I'm 9th and I'm at 57? Like, is it the 40%, 41 for whatever it is, 46%? Yeah, like I don't know, but if it's a 46% gap, but I got my rankings here.
Yeah, do you have any changes?
I'm just gonna go down the list.
Yeah, go down your list.
All right, we got number 1, Ruben. Like I said, I don't really got to say a lot more. Pressure's on. It's not. Oh, I mean, it's a championship. We had a good game. No, I'm texting you, disappointed. Like, I don't know if it's gonna piss you off or annoy you, but you will get the text that I'm disappointed. A disappointed text, just because this team's unreal. This team's insane, and we say it every year. Ruben, like, he always has the best team on paper. He was close for business all summer. He trades him away. You never know who's gonna be on his team by week 4. Derrick Henry could be gone, to be honest. La Familia is number 2. He's always got a good team. Him and Ruben are kind of the same team in each conference over the years. Like, the 2 really talented teams that just can't get it done in the postseason. Like, always have great talent. Always put up, I think, the season highs of like a game high score. I think Ruben and Lonzo are usually up there. Like, they dropped 180, whatever, 150, whatever it is. So I got him 2. 3, I got Drew. I'm a big fan of running backs.
You got Drew at 3?
Yeah, I got Drew at 3. He just came back from the championship. He's got more of his team than Colin does come from that championship. Because we know Colin had a little bit of a makeover. But Drew's got 2 veteran backs who should be
Josh
dogs.
Jacobs and Nick Chubb.
Like riding those guys out. I love his receivers. AJ Brown. I don't know why they hated him every year. That guy should be projected 12 easy.
Calvin Ridley hasn't really played.
Calvin Ridley could have a breakout year. Like Justin Herbert's a good quarterback. He should have a bounce back year.
Kittle never played.
But yeah, Kittle's all right. I got Drew. 4, I got Colin.
Okay.
I'm giving it to him just because Kelsey, to be honest, I think as long as Kelsey's still Kelsey, Colin's going to be good.
Yeah.
He's not top 3 anymore. Like, I don't think he's top 3 anymore. I think that needed Zeke's help. No more Zeke.
Mm-hmm.
Saquon's not old Zeke. He's better than Zeke now, but he's not old Zeke. Like, he's good, but he doesn't. I don't fear Saquon. Like, really, I just don't. He's a good back because he faded off a little bit at the end. Like, remember Ruben was pumping his chest because like Zeke was outscoring him down the stretch. So we never know with Saquon. And then we got Jerry, number 5. Like I said, locks back in, makes a trade with me for ETN before the season starts. Makes the playoffs, wins a playoff game. He's got Mahomes. He's got some young backs with Najee. He's got with Waddle. I like what he's building down there. I honestly do. Then we got Ty at 6. I think Ty's team could easily be the worst team in the league. That's one of those like where it could be good. It could be Ty could be the 6th best team, or it could be the worst team in the league. Like with Jonathan Taylor, I made these rankings before really. I heard that JT news today. Like so, it's even like worse. Like I'm actually gonna make a live change.
And it hasn't updated on ESPN.
I'm gonna make a live change.
It didn't move him on ESPN, right?
No, it hasn't. I'm gonna make a live change on air. We're moving me to 6th and Trey to 7. There's no way in hell Ty's a better team than me, especially with the Jonathan Taylor news. My team, we don't have the guy, right? I usually have the guy. I don't have the guy. My guy is getting old, and he's suspended for the first 3 games. That's Alvin Kamara. And I'm no longer able to lean on this dude for W's. I can lean on him as a running back too. Like someone's going to help me, but I can't lean on him for wins. I had to make the trade for Kenneth Walker. And I'm looking back on it. It was a great fucking trade. 2 first-rounders. Who would I have taken? Who would I have taken better than Kenneth Walker?
Oh, right. Nobody.
No one.
Nah. There was really no running backs after,
James Cook,
the first 2 that went.
And Gibbs.
And then, you have your opinion on Rachaad White.
Right.
But after that, yeah, David Montgomery, Khalil Herbert.
And I still got Montgomery in the 2nd round.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
So I think it was a great trade to go after Walker. If it wasn't for Zach Charbonnet, in my opinion, this guy would be going 1st round. Like, he was the best. He was better than Brees. I mean, Brees Hall got hurt, so we don't know. But off what happened, he was the best rookie running back last year. Usually that gets more clout going into the next season. So, I think I got like a kind of like a steal here in Walker. Like, wait a minute, like Kenneth Walker could be the next Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb kind of had a similar route where he was a dog his rookie year, and next year, like, no one kept him, I don't think. Or, like, it was, like, something like that where he just wasn't respected. But,
yeah,
I think that, and then I think with my receiver trio, I think with Garrett Wilson, I think with Waller going to the Giants, I think with still having Joe Burrow is going to give me 20 a week. I think I'm going to be tough out. I got the 2 best, in my opinion, the 2 special teams I wanted, and, like, you can laugh all you want, but special teams wins championships. Take it for someone who's won a championship.
Okay.
With the Eagles and Tyler Bass. Like I said, Ty's after me, 7. 8, I got you. You were in the same situation as me. Your guy was getting older, and you decided to move on.
I thought you were going to do something really disrespectful.
What?
With your last 3. Your list is kind of disrespectful. Like,
disrespectful?
You are not 6. You are not 6.
I'm 6. I'm in the playoffs.
On your list, yeah. But you're biased towards yourself. Like, there's no way you're 6. You have a fat hole in running back, which is, can Alvin Kamara even play?
But I think I have better running backs than you.
And David Montgomery, I mean, his days are over.
What about Kenneth Walker?
He's good, but, like, you need a team. You can have one dog. You're still in the Todd Gurley day.
I'm not, though. We went to the championship with Kamara, kid. What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, okay,
Wave has, like, I told you, Kamara's my guy. He got old. I admitted he got old. Like,
right.
Todd Gurley
But
days.
you still...
That's a long time ago.
You don't have a replacement for Alvin Kamara.
Kenneth Walker. That's what I was
Who's your
just
second?
talking about. Like, he's my second. Walker, Kamara's my second. Like, when he gets back. Like, it's 3 weeks. Come on. Like, he's like...
I don't know if Alvin Kamara is
it's
able to
3
play at his age.
He's 28.
His knees look terrible.
He is not looking him up right now. I guarantee you'd be shocked what he did last year. He just didn't have a top 10 season. He had a top running back 2
But
season.
as they age, it continues to decline.
That's why the thing with Kamara was dope is that, like, he was never that bruiser. He's never ran for 1,000 yards in a season. Like, he catches the ball. He's dynamic in that aspect that he can age gracefully. I think he can. And then now he hasn't had a competent quarterback since Drew Brees. What was the last game Drew Brees played in? You can't remember. His last game. You don't know.
3 seasons.
It was a while ago. Like, that's how long it's been since he's had a quarterback. And I told you about quarterbacks. Like, oh, I want him to throw. No, I don't know. I want someone who's going to move the chains. They couldn't move the chains for the last 3 years. Like, now they got Derek Carr. Chris Olave in the passing game's opened up a little bit. Kamara doesn't need to be my number 1, but he can be my number 2. And I think I'll take Walker and Kamara over Brees, Madison, and who else? What was it?
You saying Alvin Kamara?
I'll take Kamara and Kenneth Walker and Dave Montgomery over your 3 running backs. What are they?
Gibbs, Hall, and Madison.
Yeah, I'll take my 3 over your 3.
Okay, in a single season?
No, like in the kingdom.
Nah, in a single season maybe, but I
we don't
think
do
to
single
say
season.
in Dynasty.
We're in
like,
Dynasty.
for the
Anything we talk about
future
is for
from
the kingdom.
here,
Yeah.
Like future
Oh, yeah.
going forward.
Yes.
Like if we're talking just like in their prime,
They're
I
like,
mean, Brees and Gibbs are so young.
but Brees, he can't stay on the field. We'll see.
That was 1 year.
It's his first year.
Exactly.
So
You
he hasn't
can't say
given
he
me a
can't
full
stay on the
season.
field.
But I have to say what I've seen. He hasn't been on the field for he has.
Right.
So we'll see if he can do it this year.
We will,
They picked up Dalvin Cook
right
for a reason. They paid a lot of money for him for a reason. Like,
because they're all in. They want to.
right, and they
Brees
know
was a
that
feature back.
they are worried
But
of Brees'
they are
health
all
throughout
in.
this. For
Aaron Rodgers
18
is only
games,
so old.
18 games, they're worried about Brees Hall, and you should be worried too.
I'm not.
I don't know
love
how.
it.
I would have. Yeah,
Brees
I
Hall's
would have
longevity is extended. Probably additional year now.
But yeah, I'll take my 3 running backs over yours. I'll take my 3 receivers over yours, and I'll take my quarterback.
That's why I'm actually
But let me get through my list.
7 and you're 9.
I got you. Well, I'm 6 in mine, and you are 8.
But okay, I'm.
Let me finish.
8, right?
Let me finish.
Yeah, right. I just
You're 8, okay? Because Gotti and Captain exist. That's why you're 8.
okay.
Like I said, you had a heyday. I've always loved the Josh and Diggs stack. Cooks is done. He's gone.
Right.
You know, like Mike Evans is gone. That was another one of your guys I always liked on your team.
Right.
It's replaced with a couple of your guys who you think, you got John Dawson in the background, you got Drake London in the background. You
I
got,
think we have one of the
T.
youngest teams.
Higgins.
My oldest guy is Alexander Madison and maybe Josh Allen.
And Diggs.
Diggs is 25.
Is he really?
Yeah.
No way, Diggs 25. Really?
Yeah, Diggs 25. I have like the youngest running back core in Gibbs and Brees Hall. No one's younger.
Mm-hmm.
I think right now
Except for probably
I'm
Jerry's.
a very young team.
Jerry's probably got a younger running back core.
Najee Harris?
Najee, Etienne, and
He got drafted before,
Ramondre. I would say those 3 as a collective. Over your 3 as a collective. Whoever you want to put in those 3, I think they're younger.
I mean, average maybe, or maybe they're the same.
Right.
But Najee's already been in the league for
3 years.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of old for a running back.
Yeah, I don't know. I disagree with that.
They only play like 6 years.
Yeah, that's human years, man. Like, what were you doing 6 years ago?
What's that?
Just think about it. What were you doing 6 years ago?
I don't know.
Like, what was that? 20.
Right, but Najee only has
17?
maybe 3.
I won a championship 6 years ago.
Right.
You act like that was a fucking decade, bro. That's a long time, man. Like, that's what I mean. Like, you can't just, it's 6 years. Like, and he's been in the league for 3 years. Okay, like,
I think
his
if he was
prime for 6
somebody-
years, or you're saying he's done after 6 years?
I think he should be producing at the top
Until 6
now.
years. Like,
And
Rookie to 6 years, he should be good.
right after maybe rookie,
Like,
right,
to
and then
6 years.
sophomore to probably 6. I'd expect
All right.
the
6
highest
years is a long
points.
time, man.
It is, but Najee, he hasn't been that guy, right?
But
he's been very upsetting for multiple seasons.
Not really. Not really.
No?
It was like his first year. He had like a down year. He still had an okay year. The year before that, he was really good. He's like the number 4 running back. Yeah, I mean.
Anyways, I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're good. All right, then we got Gotti. Like I said, I think the trade that he did with you helped him a lot. So that's why I got him at 9. I like those guys. I think they got at least another year in them. And I think Gotti, he already got rid of. He didn't have a first-round pick, so he is all in this year. Like, he didn't trade you a first-round pick, did he? He didn't trade any draft picks? So it's like, yeah, he traded players for players. For
Right.
this straight-up season, I think he got better because he has to be all in because he made that trade with Ruben, so he forcibly all in. So I'll take Gotti. And then 10, Cabin. And it's been better than years past. It's a lot better than years past. I'm proud of where the Kingdom's at. Like, as a whole, we got a lot of good teams around. Like, to where I'm looking at Cabin's team, like, all right, like, I see it. Like, I like it. Like, and this is the worst team I have ranked in my league, but it's not even like his team's trash. Like, I think that easily, like I said, Ty, Seraphin, Gotti, and Captain, those 4 teams could easily all compete for the worst team in the league. So there's some parity there. And they're not all terrible. Like I said, I like your team a little bit. I like his team a little bit.
Yeah.
Those 4 teams, I think, can compete for the worst team in the league, though. So with that, your floor is yours.
No, I think I think you really spiced it up. I think
I think I'm a playoff team.
your power rankings are ones to be destroyed this season. I don't think they.
Let's remember these. Let's record these.
It's recorded.
Oh, yeah, true.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
on
etched.
camera. Yeah, we're on camera.
We can put on camera. We can make a little graph.
Yeah.
In week 5, we can
Like
bring it up again.
Let's get a picture. We'll throw in the group chat. You know, mine and yours.
Yeah.
Power
Well,
rankings.
Mine is just final projections. I think the final's good.
Fuck the final projections. This is what we're here for. We're here to analyze. Okay, this is what the AI said. Wow, that was cool.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like, now it's my turn to come in and give my analysis. You give your analysis.
I just think the machine did a good job.
That's fine.
I think yours is heavily biased.
Okay.
I think we moved you further down. And, I mean, you had Jerry at 5. The machine had Jerry at 5. You had Ruben at 1. And Alonso at 2. So, like, the machine's got a couple on you. Like, that you guys
right. I
matched
mean,
up.
it could, if I took all the batteries out of a clock, it would be right twice, right?
I guess. But
Okay, like, yeah, I'll be right twice.
But
So
they have good team.
He beat a dead clock. He was right 3 times. AI was right 3 times. Dead clock's right twice.
But I think, I like your take. It's very aggressive. I think you're going to be very upset. And I can't wait. I'm very excited. Heads off to you running a perfect draft again as a commissioner. There was no speed bumps. I think we all drafted. I like. I think it was a minute. The draft timer. That was great.
Thank you.
So, other than that, I was pulling up these Najee Harris numbers, but it's not.
You're lockstep with the final standings.
I think so.
Oh, I didn't realize. You're like it's.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay.
I think I mentioned
Okay.
that
That's fine.
I basically did the.
Wow.
There was a couple.
That's
that
all I had to
are
do. Like
Captain's
I'll
pretty
just put.
high. Captain is high, but again, he has Olave. Olave. His running backs are Joe Mixon, and who's his second? I mean, I can pull it up. His is a little suspect as to why, but Mark Andrews is probably weighed heavily because this year they ranked him higher than Kelsey for whatever reason. So Captain is probably the only one, right? Because James Conner is his second running back. Deshaun Watson, yeah, it's really Joe Mixon and the Mark Andrews show. Maybe there's a lot of weight for James Cook, but yeah, I don't know how Captain's number 5. I think if I were to make one correction to my list, it's probably just move Captain to 10 and move everybody else.
Wait, he was at what was he at before?
5.
And he just goes to 10. Like that's a pretty big jump to like just
It
realize.
is, you're right.
To
But-
just look at it and be like, wait a minute, he belongs last.
Right.
Yeah, and everyone just equally has jumped up from there.
Well, I'll say this: it's tough to say Branch is better, but I like Branch's team a little more.
Right, I do too.
Right.
I do too.
And so I think, I'm gonna write it. Captain goes below. I think you belong at 8, and Drew 7, me 6, Jerry at 5, Ty at 4. He's got a good team. But no, I mean that's it. That's all I got. Was there any last minute comments? I feel like we gave everybody some time in the sunlight. No one was overshadowed.
No, I can't wait. Randomly we were matched up week 1. I think it's funny. I was looking at the schedule, like it's the perfect schedule. Like the week 1 matchups we have me versus you.
Who is week 1?
We have.
Oh, we should probably should go over week 1 matchups.
Yeah, we got me versus you.
Right.
Which, perfect.
I love it.
I need that dub early, man. Like
week 1 is where I'm not upset. If win or lose, like we're working the kinks, we're working to see who's gonna start in flag. Doesn't mean a lot.
I dropped to my knees last year when Brian McManus missed a 60-yard field goal for the win on Jerry. Week 1. That's just me personally.
We have Captain and Jerry, which
it's a throwback. It's a throwback one. It's one of those like throwback. They both haven't been in prime time in a long time, but
that's a must win for Jerry.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to win that one.
No shot, right? Because we ranked Captain 10.
Yeah.
Then we have Alonso and Ty. Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, it's gonna be going.
Both of them are going to one of us is going to lose. It's going to be great. Yeah. I love that matchup.
Yeah, I think Alonso kicks his ass.
You think Alonso? Well, you hate Ty.
I'll take, what's the line on Ty? I'll take on the camera, I want La Familia minus 13. That's what I want. La Familia, I'll take the line. It's minus 13.2. That's all I'll take. That's my pick of the week for week 1. La Familia minus 13.2.
Minus 13 point. Okay. Then we have Branch and Calvo.
Damn, they got me as a minus 7.4 versus you.
Yeah, you're the favorite. But barely, right? Things are subject to change. I mean, I've got a lot of young guy. Gibbs still has to get a couple games in. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen with him.
Good luck, man. Hey, me and you're going to go at it all year. I got Montgomery. You got Gibbs. I'm going to be pissing you off so much with Montgomery.
I think Gibbs has
I got the goal line back. Let's go. Okay. Hell yeah. I want Gibbs to be running like a 60-yarder, and then they just put Montgomery in to finish the job. That's going to be great.
So we have Branch, Ruben. Another must-win from Ruben.
Yeah, it's must-win for Ruben, but I got upset alert. I got upset alert for Branch.
Really?
I'll take Branch plus 10. I'll easily take Branch plus 10.1. 100%. Like, he might win the game outright. Outright. For week 1, I can see it.
Yeah, I mean, upsets are common, right? I just don't know. It's just Branch has a really interesting team, but Ruben just has a way better team. I mean, I don't see how Ruben loses. Must win, but I think it shocks Ruben if he loses. This is a big game. I think Ruben has to win the first 5 games of the season. He has to go 10-3.
Yeah, he has to have a 10-1 season.
Yeah.
Yes.
After that,
he has to win a championship.
Right. But all right, we have Colin and Drew.
Yeah, I mean that's probably that's probably the Thursday night opener.
I think the line is -1.
Yeah, it's minus 1.9. This is the best. Yeah, it's the best game of the week. It's rematch of the championship game, week 1, prime time, Thursday night to kick off the season.
Thursday night. Yeah, I have some guys. Detroit plays Thursday night.
Well, I'm just saying that their game is our Thursday night game to start the
season. Oh, gotcha.
It's a prime time game, Thursday night game.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Best game of the year. I mean, not game, best game of the week. Like, that's a perfect way to start off the season, I think. Not like having one of those lose. One of them will lose.
Right.
Like, I want one of them in the hole. But
do you have a preference?
Colin,
yeah.
Yeah, because me and Colin were going at it for all-time record. I have him by a half game. So every game counts, for
Right.
all-time record. I got to be the first to 100 wins. It's a lot with Colin. He's got to slow down a little bit.
Hey man, this might be both your seasons or both next 5 years of both of you slowing down.
I don't think so, man. I
But
think
we're
that
gonna
we
see.
had
We're
one
gonna see.
year, and then I think we're back. I think that Kenneth Walker trade and Garrett Wilson and me not finding Joe Burrow, but like trading for Burrow and getting this guy as my franchise quarterback. Those three, I think for the next 5 is gonna like really help me.
All right, we're gonna see.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Any last minute?
No, just excited for the season. Hope everyone has fun. I think everybody knows the drill by now, knows how things go. Everything's going smoothly. Like we're like easily going season to season. This is what I was dreaming about. Like when it was like year 1, year 2, year 3. I always wanted to be able to look back at a history of different leagues and see, all the things that we had done, and it built up to something.
Right.
I think that the way that teams are crafted are very unique. Like you don't see these type of teams around like other fantasy football leagues just based on like us being a dynasty and all that. I think that's dope. Like I don't think that we need to change much. Like, I think that we have 10 great owners. You don't want to mess with the chemistry in the clubhouse. Like I think that with your resurgence a little bit, I think that helps the league a lot, to be honest. Like you were one of the weaker, it was like you, Jerry, were the weaker links, and Jerry stepped up and won last year. When he wins, he shuts me up. Like Jerry likes to play fantasy quiet, and when he's quiet and sucking, it's a problem. Because it's like, damn, man, you're not even like really engaged. Like when he's quiet and winning, it's like, all right, I see you, Jerry. Like just do you. Like so I liked how like you were more engaged last year. Like you're seeing like kind of like what you're in. People would die to get in this league. This is a big deal to people every year. They're looking forward to the kingdom. Like this is on their calendar. Like it's a very important thing in everyone's life. So I think that we like you said, small rule changes each year to just keep improving it. Just trust me. Like I'm gonna lead us into the best fantasy league probably ever created. Kingdom Sports is about to take off.